At some point in your life, you must have seen a dream you chased with everything you had. And when that moment finally comes, the moment you achieve that dream, it feels incredibly beautiful. But what about those people who dream, yet get crushed under the rush and pressure of this world? One attempt, then another, a third, a fourth, and eventually they sit down, accepting defeat. Today's story is about this very struggle. A young boy, an old man, and a dream left incomplete. I hope you'll like this story, and if you do, let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting. So let's begin. From a small village. On the edge of the village, there was an old pond, where an elderly man sat quietly every evening, staring into the still water. His hands trembled with age, but his eyes still held a spark, the spark of a dream he had carried all his life, yet never fulfilled. One day, a small boy from the village walked up to him. "Grandpa, what are you looking at?" the boy asked. The old man smiled faintly and said, "My dream and my failures." "Failures?" the boy asked in surprise. The old man picked up a stick and drew a circle in the dirt. "When I was your age, I wanted to build a school right here, a school where even the poorest child could study." He paused. "I kept trying, but life kept knocking me down." "How many times?" the boy asked innocently. 7 times, the old man said softly. "Every time I gathered courage, something went wrong. Money, family, health. There was always some roadblock." The boy thought for a moment and said, "If you failed 7 times, why are you still thinking about it?" Before the old man could answer, his eyes fell on a tiny ant nearby. The ant was trying to climb a rock while carrying a large grain of rice. It climbed, slipped, and fell. It climbed again, slipped again, and fell again. The boy panicked. "Grandpa, it keeps falling!" The old man nodded. "Watch closely, son. Look carefully." The ant tried the 7th time and fell again. But then it got up once more, with one more attempt. And this time it climbed the rock successfully, the grain still on its back. It walked forward as if nothing had happened. The old man turned to the boy and whispered, "That ant just reminded me of something I forgot." "What?" the boy asked. The old man replied, "My own defeat." The boy looked at him. "Grandpa, why didn't you try one more time?" The old man looked straight into the boy's eyes and said, "Maybe I was afraid of failing again. Falling 7 times was the lesson. But the destination was waiting in the 8th attempt." A small smile appeared on the boy's face. "So, you can still build the school." For a moment, the old man felt young again. A new light filled his eyes. He looked toward the land where he had once imagined his dream. "Yes, maybe my 8th attempt will finally build my dream." The boy jumped excitedly. "I'll help you, Grandpa." The old man placed his hand on the boy's shoulder. "My dream always needed courage, and today I found it in an ant and in you." By evening, the villagers witnessed something unforgettable. The old man, whose feet once stood still, was now walking with determination across the land, measuring, planning, breathing life into a forgotten dream. Beside him walked a small boy. A dream that had fallen 7 times stood tall on the 8th. And the moral of this story is simple. Success isn't measured by the number of attempts. Maybe not in the 7th, but perhaps in the 8th attempt, success will finally embrace you.